DuWayne Bader is an American mixed martial artist, competing in the UFC in the light heavyweight division. He was a cast member and winner of Spike TV's The Ultimate Fighter, Team Nogueira vs Team Mia. He is currently number 3 in official UFC light heavyweight rankings and ranked the number 5 light heavyweight in the world by Sherdog. Background: Bader was born in Reno, Nevada. He entered mixed martial arts after a successful career in amateur wrestling. He attended Robert McQueen High School where he won 2 state championships and was ranked as high as 4th in the country for wrestling. He attended Arizona State University where he was college teammates with a former UFC heavyweight champion Cain Velasquez and CB Dollaway. While attending ASU, Bader was a 3-time Pac-10 champion, winning titles in 2003, 2004, and 2006. He was also a 2-time All-American, placing 4th in 2004 as a sophomore and 7th in 2006 as a senior. He began training at Arizona Combat Sports in early 2007. The Ultimate Fighter Bader's UFC career began as a contestant on Season 8 of The Ultimate Fighter. Bader, the first light heavyweight selected by coach Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira, went on to win his first 3 fights on the show to fight with Vinicius Magla on December 13, 2008 at the Ultimate Fighter 8 finale. At the finale, Bader defeated Magla by way of a quick, first-round knockout, earning the title of the Ultimate Fighter, and winning the traditional 6-figure UFC contract. An overhand right dropped Magla, and Bader followed up with strikes on the ground to take the win, less than halfway through the first frame. Ultimate Fighting Championship 2009-2011 Bader's first post-TUF fight was at UFC Fight Night 18 against Carmelo Marrero, whom he defeated via a clear-cut unanimous decision. During the match, Bader tore his medial collateral ligament and posterior cruciate ligament, which kept him sidelined until the next fall. Shortly after the Marrero fight, Bader appeared alongside fellow Ultimate Fighter 8 winner Efrain Escudero in the UFC's 6th video game, UFC 2009 Undisputed. He and Escudero were available through special code obtained by pre-ordering the game from GameStop. On September 10, 2009, he and Escudero were made available for download on PlayStation Network and Xbox 360 Marketplace. Bader returned against Eric Schaefer on October 24, 2009, at UFC 104. The fight was mainly dominated by Bader, who scored with a powerful attack of combinations standing and controlled the grappling, en route to unanimous decision victory. Next for Bader was Keith Jardine, who he fought on February 21, 2010 at the UFC's debut effort in Australia, UFC 110. Bader scored a sharp jab on the tiring Jardine, which set up a flying knee to the chest and a left hook at 2:10 of the third round to secure a KO victory for Bader. Along with Jesse Forbes, CB Dollaway, Eric Larkin and Aaron Simpson, Bader left Arizona Combat Sports to train at their newly opened gym Power MMA and Fitness. Bader moved his UFC record to 5-0 at the expense of Antonio Roca copyright Rio Nogueira at UFC 119, controlling him most of the fight with his wrestling and using his jab and short combinations to stop much of Nogueira's offense. All 3 judges scored the fight 30-27 for Bader. First MMA losses 2011 = 4 months after his victory over Nogueira, Bader fought fellow rising prospect John Jones on February 5, 2011, at UFC 126, where he received the first loss of his MMA career after tapping out to a modified guillotine choke in the second round. Bader lost to Tito Ortiz on July 2, 2011 at UFC 132 by an arm and guillotine choke which Ortiz secured following a knockdown of Bader. Bader then faced Jason Brills on November 19, 2011 at UFC 139. He defeated Brills at 1:17 of the first round via KO, landing a straight right behind Brills's ear causing him to immediately fall to the mat face first. Bader next faced former light heavyweight champion Quinton Jackson on February 26, 2012 at UFC 144. Jackson weighed in over the light heavyweight weight allowance of 206 pounds by 5 pounds, weighing in at 211 pounds. Bader accepted the fight at a catchweight and received 20% of Jackson's purse. Bader won the fight via unanimous decision. Bader faced Lyoto Machida on August 4, 2012 at UFC on Fox, Shogun vs. Vera. He was defeated via KO at 1:32 in the second round, after rushing in and being caught with a punch. Bader faced former title challenger Vladimir Matyoshenko on January 26, 2013 at UFC on Fox 6. He won the fight via guillotine choke submission at just 50 seconds of the first round, earning his first submission of the night honors, and also having the fastest UFC light heavyweight submission. Bader was expected to face Glover Teixeira on May 25, 2013 at UFC 160. However, Bader pulled out of the bout citing an injury and was replaced by James T. Huner. The bout with Teixeira eventually took place on September 4, 2013 in the main event at UFC Fight Night 28. Despite dropping Teixeira early in the first round, Bader lost the fight via TKO in the first round. Bader faced Anthony Parrish on December 7, 2013 at UFC Fight Night 33. He won the fight via unanimous decision. Bader dominated Parrish all 15 minutes of the three-round contest using his powerful hands and his superior wrestling, in which was too much for Parrish as he was completely overwhelmed. Bader faced Rafael Cavalcanti on June 14, 2014 at UFC 174. He won the fight via unanimous decision. Bader's wrestling was displayed once again, controlling Fairjay the majority of the bout. Bader faced Vince St. Preux on August 16, 2014 at UFC Fight Night, Bader vs. St. Preux. He won the fight via unanimous decision. Bader fought Phil Davis on January 24, 2015 at UFC on Fox 14. He won the fight by split decision. Bader was expected to face Daniel Cormier on June 6, 2015 at UFC Fight Night 68. However, on April 28, 2015 it was announced that Cormier had been removed from the fight in favor of a matchup with Anthony Johnson on May 23, 2015 at UFC 187. Bader faced Rashad Evans on October 3, 2015 at UFC 192. He won the fight via unanimous decision. Bader is expected to face Anthony Johnson in a title eliminator at UFC on Fox 18. Personal life: Bader and his wife Daisy were married in October 2010. They live in Chandler, Arizona with their 3 children. Championships and accomplishments. Mixed martial arts Ultimate Fighting Championship, The Ultimate Fighter 8 Light Heavyweight Tournament winner, Submission of the Night. Collegiate Wrestling National Collegiate Athletic Association, NCAA Division I All-American out of Arizona State University, NCAA Division I 197 pounds, 4th place out of Arizona State University, NCAA Division I 197 pounds, 7th place out of Arizona State University, Pac-10 Conference Championship out of Arizona State University. Mixed martial arts record. Mixed martial arts exhibition record . See also: List of current UFC fighters, List of male mixed martial artists. References. External links: Professional MMA record for Ryan Bader from Sherdog, official website, Ryan Bader on Twitter, UFC profile, Ryan Bader's profile at the National Wrestling Hall of Fame.